Aloha, dear friends. My name is Jiko Nakade. Today I welcome you into the Kannon at Daifukuji Soto Zen Buddhist Temple in Kona on the island of Hawaii. I call this room, the Kannon, the Hall of Great Compassion. For enshrined in this Hall of Compassion are many beautiful images of the bodhisattva Kannon, all which represent great and boundless compassion. Bodhisattvas are beings who out of compassion postpone nirvana for the sake of helping suffering beings, helping them to awaken and to attain enlightenment, relieving their sorrows, alleviating their pain and distress. Kannon, also referred to as Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, Kanzeon Bosatsu, and Kwan Yin, is one of the many greatly loved bodhisattvas in Mahayana Buddhism. He or she or they are beings who listen deeply to the cries of the world and are able to respond in wise, skillful, and compassionate ways. In Japanese, this bodhisattva is lovingly called Kannon-sama, with sama being an honorific. For over 1,000 years, Kannon-sama has been revered by people in countries throughout Asia, countries such as China, Korea, and Japan. In Japan, veneration of this bodhisattva is said to have begun in the 7th century and led to the popularity of pilgrimages to Kannon temples throughout Japan by the 10th century. In some of Hawaii's Buddhist temples, you will find images of this greatly revered bodhisattva. The people's faith in Kannon-sama has played a significant role in spreading Kannon-sama's teachings of wisdom and compassion. This has been especially true in the Soto Zen tradition, to which this temple, Daifukuji Soto Mission, belongs. In this Hall of Compassion, there are many images, as you can see, of Kannon-sama. Now I'd like to show you the largest statue in the center, which is called the Hawaii Kannon. The Hawaii Kannon was so named in an enshrinement ceremony held at this temple in 1937. This beautiful statue was created by a master sculptor of Japan named Sosaku Miki and sponsored by the Honorable Makoto Saito and his wife Haruko Saito, the Honorable Chose Ogasawara, and the members of the Hawaii Kannon Kai, Hawaii Kannon Group. Let us gaze at this beautiful sculpture. Let us gaze at this beautiful image of the Hawaii Kannon. In her hand, she holds a lotus flower, the symbol of enlightenment. On her head, is an image of the Buddha Amida, the Buddha of infinite life and infinite light. She stands with hand outreached in a symbol of peace. Beckoning one to follow the path of compassion. Look also at the smaller image of the Baika Kannon. Baika meaning plum blossom. Next, let us look at the 33 small statues of Kannon Sama. To the right and left of the large Kannon Sama are 33 small statuettes. These images have been enshrined at Daifukuji since they came from Japan in 1931. And every year since 1948, Daifukuji members have held a special service called the 33 Kannon Osunafumi Mairi, which means the pilgrimage of stepping on the sand, packets of earth which came from the 33 Kannon temples of Western Japan. For this 33 Kannon pilgrimage service, temple members wear this vest, pilgrim's vest, called an oizuru, which I'd like to show you. On this oizuru are written the words, Namu Daihi Kanzeon Bosatsu, homage to Kanzeon Bosatsu of great compassion. It also talks about the Saigoku pilgrimage path and Kona Hakuhozan Daifukuji, the name of this temple. This oizuru or vest is placed around a person's shoulders as such, and this is what people wear when they participate in this 33 Kannon pilgrimage. These 33 images of compassion are displayed in this Kannon hall on long tables. Here, I have brought down one of the 33 Kannon. This is from Temple 16 of Kiyomizu-dera. Here, I have a packet of earth that came from this temple, Kiyomizu-dera, number 16. When these statuettes of the Bodhisattva Kannon were brought to Hawaii from Japan, they came together with packets of earth, all of them numbered, soil or sand brought from each of these temples in Japan. These packets are placed on the floor beneath each of the Kannon Sama. As the pilgrims circulate through the hall, they stand in front of the Bodhisattva, stepping onto this packet of earth. Reverently bow, place an offering in a bowl, and invoke the Kannon Sama's power of great compassion. Namu Daihi Kanzeon Bosatsu. By paying homage to the 33 Kannon, the Buddhist pilgrim is ritually transported to the Bodhisattva's realm of wondrous compassion, where great healing of heart, mind, and body takes place. Through such rituals, the energy of compassion is called forth, entering our hearts and minds, our bodies, our dreams, our visions. This bodhisattva enters one's life in wondrous and mysterious ways. The bodhisattva of compassion, Kannon Sama, has revealed herself, himself, themselves to many, many devotees over the centuries, including the founders of our Soto Zen tradition, Dogen Zenji and Keizan Zenji. A number of years ago, when my family visited the great Soto Zen monastery, Eiheiji, I was struck by a unique sculpture of Kannon, portrayed seated in a boat, in a pond in front of Eiheiji. I would like to share this picture with you. In the 13th century, the monk Dogen traveled from Japan to China. On his way back to Japan, his ship was tossed about in a violent storm and was in danger of sinking. Dogen led the crew in reciting chants to Kannon Sama, who is said to have appeared out of the storm, calming the seas and allowing the ship to continue on its journey and eventually return to Japan. I read that the sculpture of Kannon Sama depicts the bodhisattva in this story of Dogen Zenji's journey. Another eminent ancestor of our Soto Zen tradition is Keizan Zenji. Keizan Zenji is said to have had great reverence for Kannon Sama, a reverence which was nurtured in him from a very young age by his mother Ekan, who was a devotee of the bodhisattva. There is a story of Ekan having a strange dream in which a brilliant gold light, as brilliant as the morning sun, entered her body, and then she realized that she was pregnant with child, a baby who would be Keizan. During her pregnancy, it is said that she prayed to Kannon Bodhisattva for a baby who would be of great benefit to people, of great benefit to society. And when Keizan was a young child, his mother taught him to chant the sutras daily and to pray for a compassionate mind. This little child grew, and when he was 8 years old, he asked to become a monk. He grew up to be a great Soto Zen teacher with many disciples, for everyone was touched by his compassionate mind and heart. When his mother died, Keizan was abbot of a temple called Yokoji, where he enshrined a Kannon statue in her memory. Here's an interesting story about Keizan Zenji. It is said that one night Keizan had a very vivid dream in which Kannon appeared and pointed him in a certain direction. When he woke up the next morning, he decided to set off in that direction, following Kannon's instruction. He met eventually Joken, the abbot of a temple called Shogakuji. Now, this is interesting, for this abbot Joken had had a dream about Kannon the night before, in which the bodhisattva had told him that a monk would arrive at his temple and that he was to offer his temple to this monk, and then it would flourish, prosper, and become a center of Buddhism. Keizan arrived following his dream. He and Abbot Joken talked about their dreams, shared their dream visions. Keizan accepted the temple and later renamed it Shokakuzan Sojiji. Kannon-sama has always been a light in my own life, for ever since I was a little child, my parents, who were devotees of this bodhisattva, brought me to the temple each month on the 17th day of each month to attend the Kannon-ko services here at Daifukuji Soto Mission. And when I left for college at the age of 17, the minister here at Daifukuji, Reverend Shugen Komagata, now bishop of our Soto Mission temples, gave me a small kannon to take with me to college. When I got married, a dear friend of mine gave me a precious gift, a long scroll of paper on which he had written 1,000 times, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, homage to Kanzeon Bosatsu. For this was his blessing upon my marriage, something which I truly treasured. In recent years, I have had visions of Kannon. A year or so ago, I woke up from a very vivid dream. In my dream, these 33 Kannon bodhisattvas of great compassion appeared before me, smiling with gentle eyes. These 33 Kannon-sama were of various ages, ethnicities, genders, and races. Among them, I saw also the faces of animals, a dog and a horse. I saw a child Kannon sitting in a wheelchair. This dream was so vivid that soon after having it, I shared it with a member of this temple, my friend Tina Shoden, who is an artist and art educator. Would you someday paint this dream? I asked her. She said that she will someday paint these 33 Kannon who appeared in my dream, and someday I hope to have her painting, her long scroll, hung inside this temple so that people will be able to see the 33 Kannon as they appeared and connect with them. I have also had visions of a large white-robed Kannon gazing upon this temple from the property to the north. She is standing on the land which once long ago housed a Shinto shrine, and she is looking in the direction of Daifukuji and the highway in front of the temple. To my surprise and delight, just a few days ago, an unexpected gift from a temple member who had moved to the mainland was delivered in the rain. This gift is a white-robed Kannon, which is now seated beneath a bottle brush tree on the north end of the temple property. That day, a tanka of a white Tara was also delivered to me, only a few minutes after the white-robed Kannon arrived. Oh, how wondrously mysterious. I was so touched and moved by these precious gifts. With Daifukuji's deep connection to this bodhisattva of great compassion, it is my vision that Daifukuji will someday become a pilgrimage site here on this island of Hawaii, and that this temple and its grounds will always be a place of great peace and serenity, where people from all over the world will be able to come and sit in meditation, in zazen, study the Dharma, and find their sorrows and fears and pains alleviated by the great power of compassion. On the occasion of the enshrinement ceremony of Hawaii Kannon in 1937, Mrs. Haruko Saito dedicated a poem which she herself had composed. It goes, "Arata naru hikari, hanachite kanzeon, mamorimasu ran kono mitera." Meaning, with your compassionate light, Kannon, protect and surround this temple with blessings. To conclude my talk, I would like to share with you a song which came to me when I was 17 years old, a song about this Hawaii Kannon. But first, let us sit in silence and in our mind's eye, envision a beautiful Kannon. Please sit with me in silence for a couple of minutes. Song of the Hawaii Kannon. Gentle Kannon, hearer of cries, hearkens to calls of suffering, to sentient beings in all forms of life, comfort and peace and love she brings. Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, homage to the bodhisattva of compassion. Let us sing her song. May all beings be happy by living the Eightfold Way. May all beings live peacefully and never wander astray. One hand outstretched to all who need her gentle love, her gentle hand, leaving samsara far behind, reaching nirvana's peaceful land. One hand in which a lotus blooms, symbol of truth and beauty, rising above the muddy pond, seeking the light of purity. Lovely Kannon, crown on her head, wakens the Buddha's wisdom heart, opens the Buddha's wisdom eye. All may attain enlightenment. Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, homage to the bodhisattva of compassion. Let us sing her song. May all beings be happy by living the Eightfold Way. May all beings live peacefully and never wander astray. Beautiful smile, gentle Kannon, spreading compassion high and low. Universal stream of happiness, kindness and charity that flow. There is no self, brilliant Kannon. In essence, all beings are one. till universal peace pervades the mind. Her work will never be done. Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu. Homage to the bodhisattva of compassion. Let us sing her song. May all beings be happy by living the Eightfold Way. May all beings live peacefully and never wander astray. Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu, Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu. Let us invoke the power of Kanzeon Bosatsu's great compassion. Whenever we are in pain or suffering, agony or distress, let us invoke this power of compassion when we are happy and content and ever so grateful for the blessings which fill our daily lives. Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu. May you be happy and safe. Thank you for joining me here today at Daifukuji Soto Mission. Please, you're all welcome to come and stop by and to come on pilgrimage to see these bodhisattvas of great compassion. Aloha, mahalo, and ahui ho.